In this video, I'll introduce the core principles of internal family systems, which I'll refer to as IFS moving forward. I'll also walk you through a worksheet designed to help you gently get to know some of your own inner parts with curiosity and compassion. Whether you're new to internal family systems, a therapist or a coach, or someone on a self-discovery journey, my hope is that this video helps you identify the inner voices within you, especially if you've ever felt confused by your inner world or stuck in patterns that feel difficult to change. Before we begin, just a quick note. This video is educational and reflective in nature. It's not a substitute for therapy, but it can be a meaningful complement to therapeutic or personal growth. So without delay, let's begin. What is internal family systems? IFS is a therapeutic model developed by Dr. Richard Schwartz. It understands the mind as being made up of multiple parts, each with its own perspective, memories, emotions, and roles. Rather than seeing symptoms as problems to eliminate, IFS views them as expressions of parts that are trying, often very hard, to help us function, survive, and cope with emotional pain. These parts form an internal system, much like a family. Sometimes they work together, sometimes they're in conflict, and all of them are trying to protect us in the ways they've learned how to. The core principles of IFS. One of the foundational ideas in IFS is that we all have parts. These parts might sound like an inner critic, a perfectionist, a caretaker, an avoider, or an achiever. This is not pathology, it's part of being human. Most people have many parts, often dozens. Another key principle is that all parts are welcome, even parts that feel extreme, reactive, or self-defeating have a positive intention. They're trying to help, even if their strategies cause harm or exhaustion. IFS also identifies three main types of parts: managers, firefighters, and exiles. So let's talk about each one. Managers are proactive protectors. Their job is to prevent emotional pain, chaos, or vulnerability from surfacing in the first place. They often show up as the inner critic, the perfectionist, the planner or organizer, the caretaker, the people pleaser, the avoider, or the achiever. Their core goal is to keep wounded parts, called the exiles, from being triggered. Managers tend to operate all the time, not just in a crisis. They rely on control, rules, and self-discipline, often believing something like, if I do this right, nothing bad will happen. Over time, managers can become anxious, rigid, or exhausted, not because they're bad, but because they've been working alone for a very long time. Firefighters are also protectors, but they're reactive. They jump in after emotional pain has already been triggered, and their goal is immediate relief, not long-term well-being. Firefighters may show up through behaviors like emotional eating or binging, substance use, dissociation or zoning out, compulsive scrolling, shopping or gaming, anger, rage or emotional outbursts, shutting down or withdrawing. Firefighters act fast and intensely. They're focused on stopping pain as quickly as possible, even if the aftermath creates more difficulty later. In IFS, firefighters are not seen as bad or destructive. They're understood as parts that learned extreme strategies early on to protect the system from overwhelming pain. Exiles are the most vulnerable parts of the system. They carry emotional wounds from the past, often from childhood, such as shame, fear, grief, loneliness, or beliefs like, I'm not enough, or I'm not safe. Because their pain feels overwhelming, exiles are often pushed out of awareness, but they still influence the system deeply. When exiles get activated, managers try to control harder and firefighters try to numb or escape. Exiles don't need to be fixed or eliminated. They just need to be seen, heard, and cared for in a safe way. At the center of IFS is the self. The self is not a part. It's the core of who you are, and everyone has one, even if it feels hidden right now. The self is characterized by qualities known as the 8 C's: calm, curiosity, compassion, clarity, confidence, courage, creativity, and connectiveness. Healing happens when parts begin to trust the self enough to lead, not through force, but through relationship. When the self is leading, parts begin to relax, symptoms soften, and the system becomes more flexible and resilient. Here are some case examples on how parts show up in real life. To make this model more concrete, I want to share a few brief case examples. These are composites, not identifying details, and they're offered purely for education. The overprotective parent. One client was left to care for a younger sibling at a very young age. A strong protector part formed, one that vowed no child would ever feel abandoned again. In adulthood, this part took over through constant vigilance, homeschooling, refusing babysitters, and feeling threatened when a partner suggested time away. Through IFS, we connected with the younger part, still holding the fear of being left alone. As that part received compassion and reassurance, the protector softened, allowing space for trust, choice, and shared caregiving. The perfectionist teen. A high-achieving teenager came to therapy overwhelmed by pressure and relentless self-criticism. IFS helped reveal a perfectionistic part working tirelessly to earn approval. Beneath it was a younger part that still carried shame from being scolded for a less than perfect grade years earlier. As the teen learned to meet that younger part with compassion, the perfectionist relaxed, and for the first time, rest no longer felt like failure. The people pleaser. A mid-career professional found herself saying yes to everything, even as burnout mounted. In IFS, she met a people-pleasing part that believed her worth depended on being liked and needed. Beneath it was a younger part that had learned to stay safe by appeasing an unpredictable parent. The avoidant partner. A man in his 40s came to therapy after repeated relationship endings marked by emotional withdrawal. IFS revealed a protector part that pulled away when intimacy grew. Underneath was an exiled part holding early abandonment pain. As he stopped shaming himself and began building trust with his internal system, he created room for closeness, first within himself and eventually with others. The rageful parent. A mother felt deep shame about explosive anger towards her children. IFS helped identify a firefighter part using rage to discharge emotional pain. Beneath it was a part that had never been allowed to express fear or sadness. As she learned to relate to this part with compassion, her reaction softened, replaced by patience, empathy, and repair. The numb survivor. A trauma survivor described feeling emotionally numb and disconnected. IFS revealed protectors suppressing emotion to prevent overwhelm. One part believed that feeling would cause the system to collapse. With time and trust, the self began to lead, listening and tending to the wounded parts beneath. Slowly, sensation and meaning returned at a pace the system could tolerate. This worksheet is designed to help you explore your internal world with curiosity and care, not to force change, but to build relationship with your parts. So let's walk through the worksheet step by step. Step 1, identify a current emotional experience. Start by naming something you've been struggling with recently. Step 2, tune in gently. Notice what parts show up in response. Step 3. Choose one of the parts. Pick the part that feels loudest or most active. Get curious. What does this part want for you? How old does this part feel? When did it first show up? Step 4. Externalize the part. You might name it, draw it, write about it, sculpt it, or represent it symbolically. Step 5. Connect with yourself. Take a few deep breaths. Invite calm, curiosity, and compassion. From the self, you might ask, what would you like this part to know? Can you thank it for trying to help? Can you offer kindness without needing it to change? Step 6. Reflect. What surprised you? What softened within you? What do you want to remember about this part? There is no right or wrong way to do this. Go slowly and allow the relationship to unfold. In IFS, the goal isn't to get rid of parts. It's to help parts feel safe enough to unburden their pain and trust the self to lead. As Richard Schwartz says, parts are not what's wrong with us, they are what happened to us. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you'd like a copy of this worksheet and access to complimentary emails that include this video and additional resources, you can click the link below this video to sign up. If you're interested in learning more about my coaching offerings or, where appropriate, clinical therapy services, you're welcome to reach out to me directly through the contact information below. I'm happy to share more and help you determine what kind of support might be the right fit. Thank you again for being here, and take good care of all your parts. If my content resonates with you, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. All of your likes and comments help the algorithm connect with other seekers and creatives such as yourself.